Encampments in Winnipeg continue to grow and spread into different neighborhoods, despite the NDP government's election promise to end chronic homelessness. City Councillor Cindy Gilroy has tabled a motion to ban encampments in areas where children gather, places like community centres, parks, playgrounds, and splash pads.
I'm hoping that the motion will bring that, that people understand that that's not a place that they can set up shelter, and that I'm hoping that it will lead to a greater discussion on what we're going to do with the growing encampment situations that we are having.
Gilroy says she has received calls reporting children finding weapons and knives, witnessing a fight, and that daycares have started doing neighborhood walkthroughs before letting children play.
The daycares around the neighborhood have come to me, and they were really concerned about weapons and needles and other drug paraphernalia that they were finding, and just some of the escalation that was happening at some of the parks where kids were playing.
Gilroy says her efforts to limit the effects of the encampments haven't worked.
I've tried to do various motions to try to deal with the problem, get parks cleaning up a little bit more, and some of that worked, but I think the issue is increasing.
People who work with the unhoused agree things are getting worse, but problems like this won't get eliminated because an encampment is no longer there.
Someone not getting food that day if we can't find them on outreach, or if someone's using substances, it could be an overdose that we're unable to respond to or provide resource to, or they're not where their friends know they are.
Jamil Mahmood leads the Main Street Project. They offer help to the homeless and people struggling with substance use or mental health challenges. To him, instead of focusing on a ban, investing in mental health crisis outreach teams is an appropriate response.
Ideally, if this comes into pass, there's actually a plan for how we manage this, how we mitigate any other life safety concerns for folks, and an actual strategy for dealing with, and not just enforcement.
Gilroy hopes her motion before City Council will kickstart discussions if passed in September by vote.
We're going to have to figure it out as a city. Of course, we wish, other governments were at the table, but at the end of the day, the people call us, not the province and not the federal government. So we're going to have a plan of action as a city.
She hopes the city and organizations will be able to come together on the issue.
The organizations are going to have to play a key part in this. I'm hoping that we can tap into a lot of the great workers that are out there right now.
Mahmood says that Main Street Project has yet to see data justifying the motion for a ban, making it hard for the organization to help build a plan.
We'd love to see that and be able to work collaboratively as a sector to figure out how we address what the root causes are of these concerns, and not kind of a temporary solution that maybe makes more risk for our community.
Both Gilroy and Mahmood want the city to work with organizations and hope for a more open dialogue. City Council will begin discussions on Gilroy's motion in September. Julia Ross, APTN National News, Winnipeg.